ईशान निर्वाण व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेद स्वरूपं विकल्पं निरीहम् चिराकाशमाकाशवासं भजेयम् आकारमोकारमूलं तुरीयम् ज्ञानतोऽतीतमीशं गिरीशम् कालं महाकालकालं कृपालु अगाध संसार पारं नतु आरात्रि संकाश गौरं कबीरं मनोभूत कोटि प्रभाश्री शरीर मौलिकल्लोलिनी चारुगंगा सद्भाग्यमालेन्दु कंठे भुजंगा. Good morning, all of you. Just 1 minute. Hello, all of you. If you are watching this video too, thank you so much. That means you are committed. You are committed to learn for once in depth, no shortcut. Of course, one shot videos are going to be there for every chapter, wherein the whole chapter gist for financial year 24-25 house property business head will be covered in depth, but gist will be covered in 1.5 hour video that will come after 15th of February, right? Right now, there are changes only in the tax rate in the capital gain chapter, which I have not taught yesterday, which I'm not going to teach now also. So we are learning capital gain chapter from base level for inter, for final, all final. Mostly they are asking slum sale and then conversion of partnership firm in a company, that part. For inter students is house property sold, house property purchased, within 2 years sold if it is revoked. So there are some areas weightage wise we are going to do it very thoroughly, and few things are there in syllabus we should know. Frankly, I'll say just read it for once and leave. Clear? This is the way to study income tax. You cannot study word to word, line by line. Okay? But what is important, even though printed notes are there, those who are watching now in Telegram also, it is there, PDF. You can take a printout, question, answers, all are solved in that. Okay? Right. Now, always the class will begin. Yes, yes, yes. Please listen now, all of you. Thank you for reminding me that. Caution, listen. For everyone, salary also, like standard deduction is changed from 50,000 to 75,000. Pension limit is also changed. Family pension from 15 to 25. For all the other amendments, I'll take tax amendment lecture separately. Capital gain, high in demand. So many of you were asking. So I'm taking a live class for full chapter. So learn it thoroughly right now, capital gain. Let us revise everything what we have done in yesterday's class. We started with the chargeability section 45. There is a capital asset. You have transferred the capital asset, and now you are calculating profit and loss. Profit is called as gain. Loss is called as loss. Now, depending on the age of the capital asset, if the capital asset held is short-term asset, it was just held for 2 months and then you have sold a house. Then after selling, profit is short-term capital gain or short-term capital loss. But you hold the house for 10 years and then sell it, right? So it's already a long-term capital asset. When you sell the long-term capital asset, the profit is called as long-term capital gain and the loss is called as long-term capital loss. Is this clear to all of you? Now, what is a capital asset and what is a transfer? While doing transfer, we came across 15 cases which are a transfer, but they are exempt. So this is all background knowledge, cementing knowledge. And then we started the class by solving the problems, how to compute and all. So coming 10 minutes, I'm doing all the revision for all of you. Hello, all of you, those who have joined live. Put something in the live chat. Let me know you all are following or not. Right? Yes. Thank you. Thank you for all the like, share, subscribes. Chalo, no problem. We will revise everything. If you're live in Zoom, you have a doubt, unmute and ask. If you are live in YouTube, chat is already on. You can ask over there. Okay? Yes, of course. However, good, best, whatever way we study, but we should definitely write the booster notes. And yesterday the class started with this. Hmm, Like, bank interest and saving account interest comes every time. Capital gain will surely come separately in exam for 7 marks. But in computation, it will come only when you transfer the capital asset. Capital asset, if it is transferred, capital asset, if it is transferred, then you get the profit or loss. Okay. So what is a capital asset? See, here I have told you any asset, business related, personal, movable, immovable, tangible, intangible, it is capital asset, except what is not a capital asset, stock in trade. Personal effects like jewelry and wardrobes and dresses and all. Rural agricultural land, but urban agricultural land is there. Personal effects are excluded, but included is jewelry, gold, silver, precious metals, platinum, artwork, sculpture, paintings, antiques. All that are very well capital asset. This is not a capital asset. Urban agricultural land, yes. Rural, no. ULIP, yes. Whenever single premium of the ULIP paid throughout the year exceeds 2,50,000 or put together it exceeds 2,50,000, right? Then on maturity, ULIP amount, whatever received, is treated as capital asset and it is taxable in capital gain. Detailed how ULIP is taxable is in CA final. Now, virtual digital asset, 30% flat you have to pay the tax. What is not taxable in that? Three kind of bonds which are issued by government are added. They are gold bonds, bearer bonds, gold deposit bonds. Right? Now, how to compute the capital gain income? Before I go into this, let us just revise the definition of transfer also. No one is going to ask you that as theory question. It's a very nice definition. Tax rates abhi chhod do, hum karenge. Sale, exchange, relinquishment. It's a transfer. Even if it's not outright sale, it's a barter, it's a transfer. Extinguishment of right is a transfer. Compulsory acquisition under law. I didn't wanted to transfer my land or building to government, but metro project or flyover was going and compulsory it was acquired by government. So then it is called as transfer. I have transferred my land to government. Conversion, this special case I covered yesterday. Conversion of capital asset into stock in trade is transferring your personal asset to business. Is it chargeable to capital gain? Yes. But capital gain is paid when that asset is sold. Okay? Right. Maturity or redemption of the bonds. When bonds are redeemed, that time also it is taxable. And then part performance of the contract. I have transferred the property to you. You paid me not only token amount but whole amount. Then it's a transfer. Even though legally I am the owner, paperwork is yet going on. Okay. Right. Now, transfer excludes these cases. This you can read. Anyone is having any doubt? I said this one is important. This one is important. Right. Problem number 1 we have already done in, you can write. Oh, oops, oops, oops. क्या हो गया? 1 minute. Problem number 1 is, like we have done no any business related asset. If you sell, it is taxable as capital gain. Even though it's a business asset, depreciation is charged as per the block of asset. But if block is sold and if there's a profit, irrespective of the age, ki ma'am, I purchased the plant and machinery 8 years, 13 years back, it's always short-term capital gain. So this is for revision for all of you. And listen, sometimes I don't sell my assets, but it is destroyed in fire. So my rights is extinguished. Amount received from insurance company is very well taxable here. The SSC was a company carrying on business and it purchased the machinery for 4 lakh on 1/5/22. It insured it. Okay. Depreciated 15%. So 4 lakh pay 15% with WDV method we have depreciated. Now what happened? The insurance company said that we will, and there was a fire in August 24 and this asset was destroyed. And the insurance company gave you 6 lakh rupees. So I have not sold the property, but my right is extinguished. So the day there was a fire, what was the WDV? 289. Insurance company gave me 6 lakh. So the profit I got will always be short-term capital gain. Is this clear to all of you? Same problem and much in-depth problem we have done. If you want, you can write here. Refer business head section 32. लिख दो और वहां जाके देखना है. But this was just given for practice. I want to repeat those who have forgotten. In the year of sale, there's no depreciation. So even though you have sold in August 2024, there's not going to be any depreciation in this year. Now, let us compute long-term and short-term capital gain format. Short-term capital gain is whatever is sale consideration, expenses related to transfer. Mainly it includes brokerage, stamp duty, other legal expense. So you get the net sale consideration. Deduct cost of acquisition. Cost of improvement is, suppose I purchased G plus 2, floor house, and I constructed 2 more floors. So any capital expenditure incurred after you have purchased the asset, that's the cost of improvement, and it will also be deducted. Because now when I'm selling the house, I purchased the house in 2015, G plus 2. 2018, I constructed 2 more floors, right? So now it will be 4 floors. So definitely it's going to be added. Cost of acquisition, cost of improvement, you get capital gain and some exemptions, which we will do day after tomorrow. Thoda aram se pad rahe hain, hai na? Same format is applicable for long term, except here you take cost of acquisition, here you take indexed cost of acquisition. Here you take cost of improvement, here you take indexed cost of improvement. And now in indexation, what do you mean by indexation? So suppose I purchased an asset for 10,000. I hope you all have written an example here for 100 and I sold it in 363. So 100 जो था, cost inflation होते होते from 2001 to now, it has become 363. So if I purchase the house in 10,000, what's going to be its stretched cost today? What's going to be the cost today? So 10,000 into 363 divided by 100. That's the index cost of acquisition. In same way, index cost of import. Okay? Right. So for this already one example. Yeah. There's a concept which is very important here, and that's this one. If you have missed yesterday's class, mark it very important and revise it. Suppose if you have purchased the asset in 95, 97 before 2001, then dear students, indexation is to starting only in 2001. So if you purchase the asset, say here I have purchased it in 1992 for 25,000. You can get the fair market value of the asset in 2001. I hope you are getting 1992, it was 25,000. Stretch karke in 2001, the fair market value was 50,000. And once you take that 50,000, then from 2001 and to the index are available. Here, very important is if it is land and building. If it is land and building, right? Then the fair market value cannot exceed the stamp duty value. So if the fair cost was the 25,000 in 92, in 2001 the fair market value was 50,000, but stamp duty value was 45. So fair market value cannot exceed the stamp duty value. So you will take the stamp duty value, that is 45,000 as the cost, and then 45,000 100 has become 289. 45 kitna cross multiply, you will get the index cost and all. Cost of improvement. This is a dialogue, but it's a common logic. Any addition to the asset before 2001, ignore, because you are taking 1992 cost, 1997 some addition, and when you are taking 2001 fair market value includes the cost and the addition both. Is this logic clear to you? This whole option 1, 2, 3 we did yesterday also, but very, very important for MCQ. Okay? So I call it as highlights of capital gain. Right? So followed or not? So you have to take 92, 97. If you have purchased, take the fair market value and continue the problem. Right? Cost to the previous owner. Yeah, this I didn't teach all in between. Abhi nahi karna, hum baad mein karenge. Aaja. Now I'm taking 3 special cases. The first I have covered yesterday with 2 classwork problem and 1 homework problem. किया आप सबने? Conversion of the capital asset in stock in trade. Yes. So I purchased a land in 2002 and 3. I converted it into stock in trade. Matlab, then I started land business, buying and selling land, and it's my trading P&L, opening stock of land, purchase of land, like that. So the day I converted it into stock in trade, it's a transfer. I want everyone to put an arrow mark in your compiler and write it's a transfer. But we will not calculate the capital gain. Why? Because it's just converted into your stock in trade. That day fair market value was 8 lakh, but it's not sold. Transfer value is not realized. I've just converted my personal asset into business asset. Now this business asset is sold in 24-25 for 9 lakh. So business purchased it at the fair market value. Huh? 5 lakh asset I gave you at 8 lakh and you sold. So 8 lakh is the sale consideration for the capital gain. And for business, they said, Ajao, business purchased in 8 lakh and sold in 9 lakh, business income is 1 lakh. And capital gain, though actually it should be calculated in 16-17, indexation will be only till 16-17 because indexation applies only till date of transfer. So 16-17, bye-bye capital asset. It's no longer my capital asset. It has gone into the stock. As if I've sold to third party, I sold it to my business. And now, here, when I calculate the capital gain, why did I calculate capital gain in 24-25? Because that's the year when asset is sold and you will take index only till 16 and 17. So related to these two questions we have done. Dear students, I have taken 20 minutes to revise yesterday's class. कुछ तो comment करो. Is it helpful or not to all of you? We can save so much of time. Right. 1 second, dear students. Chalo. Okay, chalo. Let us take up the next case now. Very interesting and surely asked 2-3 times same kind of the question. And that is compensation on compulsory acquisition. Listen to the concept. I don't want to sell my property, but my property is compulsory acquired by government in 2018. So it's a transfer in 2018. I purchased in 2002, 2018, bye-bye. But I can't pay capital gain in 2018 because government has acquired, yet they have not told me how much money they are going to give. In 2019, government said, okay, per acre, we will give you this much money. But they didn't give. I can't pay capital gain. In 2024, government gave me the money. After 5 years, they gave me the money. This is an actual case in Hyderabad. So many properties are taken over by government for metro and other projects. So immediately they don't get the sale consideration. They get after 2-3 years. So whenever you get the sale consideration of your property from government, that's the year you will calculate the capital gain. But index only till the date of transfer. 18-19 mein I transferred. Bye-bye. So index only till 18-19. But because I received the money in 24-25, I'm paying tax in 24. Clear? Right? And because you receive money so late, you can ask for interest on the compensation. Government said, okay, we will give you interest. That interest will be taxable in other source with flat 50% deduction. I'll make you write all the booster notes for this. So this is like a second special case. There are 3 special cases. And are you seeing the compiler? एक concept के साथ एक special case we have taken. Right? Examples are as good as question and answers, dear students. Chalo, come to the notebook and we will take up the concept now. Whatever, whenever you're writing the concept, write with red pen and then apply, and with any other black ballpoint pen or what, you can solve the question and answer. Now I'm making you write compulsory acquisition. Likhte likhte we will solve one question also. Compulsory acquisition of land or building by central government. compulsory acquisition by central government. So I want you to make a flowchart like thing here. Okay. First, on 1/7/2012, purchased say land and building मिला के rupees 5 lakh. Make this with me, the diagram for once, it will be super clear. First July, land and building is purchased for 5 lakh. 1st April 16, compulsory acquired by central government. Write down like this. Don't calculate capital gain. Why? It's compulsory acquired, but what's the transfer value? कुछ भी मालूम नहीं है, nothing. So no taxes payable. Don't calculate the capital gain, no taxes payable. 31st Jan 17. Write down, mandatory. You all should write down this example. Sale consideration. Sale consideration fixed by central government. 8 lakhs. No tax. I have transferred the property, but I can't pay the capital gain, beta, because 8 lakhs is decided, but yet I have not received the money. Now, on 39/24, it's a very nice concept. अच्छे से करो इसको. When it comes 8 marks question, it will come. 39/24, I received the compensation. Sale consideration, what you call, or compensation received from central government. Shall we calculate the capital gain? Yes. Calculate capital gain, but very important point. Indexation only till 16 and 17. Why? Indexation only till 16 and 17. I purchased the property in 12. I transferred in 16 and 17. Indexation only till 16 and 17. Okay. And when did I purchase the property? 12. When I am calculating capital gain, 24/25. But shall I take the indexation till 24/25? No. Indexation is allowed only till the year of transfer. That is 16 and 17. Okay. Now what happened, after that last column on 34/25, enhanced compensation received. I told to central government 8 lakh rupees is very less. They said, okay, theek hai, we will pay you rupees 1 lakh more. Already I calculated capital gain in 24/25 with 8 lakhs. 1 lakh more I have received, 9 lakh. But it is received in 25/26. Will that 1 lakh directly be taxable? Yes. Directly taxable. Cost kya hoga? Here you are deducting minus the index cost of acquisition. Here, no cost of acquisition because the whole cost you deducted here. I'll work out and show you. Nothing you will deduct when you receive 1 lakh extra because already in 8 lakhs you have deducted the full cost. Now the cost is nil. And along with this, they also gave you, say, interest on enhanced compensation. I want all of you to write down. Interest on enhanced compensation. Everyone is getting what do you mean by this term interest on enhanced compensation? You received the compensation 1 lakh so late. You should have received earlier only. So you're asking government pay me 1 lakh with interest. So they decided to give you 50,000 interest. This is taxable under income from other sources. Taxable under income from other sources with flat deduction of 50% over and out. कोई बोलेगा नहीं आपको लेना पड़ेगा. Taxable compensation will be 25,000. Now tell me, is it clear? I sold the property in 16-17. So I should have received compensation. No, I received it so late. I'm saying, government, please pay me interest. They said, okay, we will pay you interest. That interest, don't add it in the sale consideration. Tax it separately in income from other sources. Interest on enhanced compensation, and nothing said 50% standard deduction will be done. Okay? 50% standard deduction मिलेगा. All right. Chalo. Now, let us solve this question. Ye, as good as it has become a question only, so I'm just showing you. First, I'm calculating all in 24-25 what happened. So let us calculate what happened in 24-25. I received sale consideration. How much? 8 lakhs. Less indexed cost of acquisition, because if the property is held for more than 2 years, it's long term. कल ही हमने देखा था. Oh sorry, I missed revising age of the capital asset का table. I'll do it. Huh? So you purchased in 12. 5 lakh में you purchased in 2012 and 13. And you sold it in 16 and 17. Keep your indexation table open, which is on page number 161. So 12 and 13, what is the index? 200. 16 and 17. Ma'am, but we are calculating in 24-25. Indexation only till the year of transfer. 16 and 17, 264. 200 has become 264. 5 lakh का index cost कितना होगा? Cost of acquisition into CIA of the year of transfer divided by CIA of the year of purchase. Pick up your calculators. 5 lakh into 264 divided by 200. 6,60,000 is the index cost of acquisition of this asset, and we get long-term capital gain 1,40,000. Very easy. I'm telling you, the computation is very easy, but I took 15-20 minutes to explain this table for once, so that in exam, even if they twist, it should be easy for you. I have sold it for 8 lakhs. And its long-term capital gain 1,40,000. हाँ, अब देखो, I also received additional amount in 25-26. If it would have been received here only, 1 lakh additional compensation, this should have been 9 lakh minus this. I hope you are getting. So 1 lakh whatever is received, it's a sale consideration, na? It's a sale consideration of asset. But what will be the cost or index cost of acquisition? Nil. Because you have already taken the whole cost of 660 above. If you would have received 1 lakh here only you will do the calculation, right or not? So easy. So now what is long-term capital gain? Long-term capital gain. 1 lakh straight. और उसके नीचे आ जाएगा enhanced compensation से suppose you have received here. So I'm just writing an income from other sources, enhanced compensation. Whatever I have explained you of. Say you have received interest on enhanced compensation 50,000 minus 50% straight you will deduct. 25,000 and remaining 25,000 will be taxable interest in income from others. Everything best, whatever they can ask, is covered in this own created problem of mine. And below this, of course, we are doing the past exam questions, but this is for knowledge. I want everyone to write CC, concept crystal clear, CCC. Not clear, then NC. Unmute and ask up where you have doubt. All right, all clear to all of you. Capital gain part. I want to repeat, whenever property is compulsory acquired, calculate the capital gain when you receive the amount. But indexation till the date of transfer 16 and 17, यहाँ पे एक star mark होना चाहिए. Oops, I am changing the color. Red color is for booster notes and question answers we do it different. And whenever you receive enhanced compensation, it's directly taxable because अगर यहाँ मिलता ना, instead of 8 lakh, if you would have received 9 lakh, this would have been 2,40,000. That's what we are paying the tax now. 140 here and 1 lakh here. And interest on enhanced compensation, nil. Clear to all of you? Chalo. Next now. Interest is asked so many times in MCQs, can't say. And it's like super easy. So this was what I did example 4. Now I'm doing this question. Central government acquired the property of Spider-Man in June 17. So indexation only till June 17, but capital gain you can't calculate in June 17. And the paid compensation of 5 lakh. The land was acquired by Spider-Man in May 15. Spider-Man claimed more compensation and 8 lakh was received in January 25. Okay. It should be January 26 next year, 25-26 man. Nahi to both will come in the same year, no? Now you have received 5 lakh in 24-25 and 25-26 you received 8 lakhs enhanced compensation. And it was paid in April 26. Each and every problem we change the dates and put the amendment, but kabhi hota hai. Compute the capital gain. An expense in connection with the above is given. Even for enhanced compensation, they have given the expenses. We will deduct that, but the cost will be nil. Acha, even there is interest on enhanced compensation 10,000. Irrespective of capital gain, interest on enhanced compensation will always be taxable in income from other sources with 50% standard deduction. Aja. So fifth problem, nothing to see in the book. We will do directly in the note. One concept, 2 questions. That's what is the plan today. One concept, 2 questions. So one we did, one more we are doing. 1 minute, and screen is stuck up. One second. That's what I was thinking. I'm taking a live class and the screen is stuck up. I'll have to close and start again. I already gave it for repairing, but not able to work. Read the problem. We'll work out in the notebook. If I have to log out, log in again in the live class. Just 2 minutes. Same part we can continue. What do I see now? Screen is getting stuck. Two minutes. I'll have to close the meeting, so even this will get closed.